Hi Year 5, I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining Miss Evans and I in this week's English video. It's going to be our last one of Year 5. My goodness, where has the time gone? I'd like to start by thanking you all for sending your diary entries into the Year 5 email address. You really took on the roles of a merchant, a priest and a farmer and thought about what life really would have been like as a Mayan, so well done to all of you for doing that. In today's lesson, we're going to look at letter writing. But first, I just want to say well done to everybody who has entered the Kahoot Quiz from last week on fronted adverbials. That would also come in handy for this week too. So if you haven't entered it, don't worry. I'll put the details on the screen for you now so you can follow the steps in order to enter it. Good luck. So here are the details to the Kahoot Quiz. To access the quiz, follow these steps. Go to kahoot.it. Type in the game pin that's displayed on the screen now. Type in your first name as your username. Please don't use your surname or any of the names that you might use for gaming, as all of Year 5 will be able to access this and see that username. It also means if you type in just your first name, we will know who it is, and that means we can see who will be top of the leaderboard. Answer the questions correctly and as fast as you can to be able to achieve higher points. Don't worry if you're not watching this on Monday the 13th of July. This quiz will be available for you to play up until Friday the 17th of July at 3 p.m. Good luck, Year 5. Okay, so moving on to today's learning, let's think about what the word informal means. What do you think it means? Can you pause the video now and go and have a look for this word in a dictionary? Or perhaps you could jot some words down about what you think this word might mean. Off you go. How did you get on, Year 5? Shall we check what the definition is together? So the definition I found is informal means having a relaxed, friendly or unofficial style, manner or nature. So as I mentioned earlier, today we're going to have a look at writing our own letters. Now, we're going to write informal letters. So that means these letters are going to be more relaxed and friendly rather than being formal, which is the opposite of informal. So if we're writing an informal letter, what are the key features that we need to include? Can you pause the video now and think of what we'd normally include in a letter and write them down as your steps to success? Meet me back here afterwards and we'll go through what I have written down and see if we've got the same things. Off you go, Year 5. Okay, how'd you get on? Here are the things that I wrote down. I think we need to include the date and an appropriate informal greeting, introduction, the main body of the letter, a conclusion, a complimentary close, and your name as a signature. Now, in a normal letter, one that's more formal, like the ones that we wrote when we were writing to Aldi and different supermarkets asking for donations in the food bank, if you remember that way back in November, we would have included things like an address. Now, we're not going to do that in an informal letter because we're actually just going to be writing to our new class teachers and they know where we are, we're at school, so we just need to include the date that we're writing. An appropriate informal greeting means that we're not writing dear, we're going to just write hi or hello because that's more chatty and it's more relaxed. The rest of it on here is just going to include our main body, which is what we're going to go through in a minute and what that could be. And a complimentary close could be something like, see you soon, or have a nice summer holidays, or can't wait to see you in September, that sort of thing. Okay, so what sentence types could we include in our letter that we've learnt already in Year 5? Pause the video now and see if you can have a think about what we might want to include. Off you go. How'd you get on? Here are some of the things that I wrote down. I wrote fronted adverbials, relative clauses, subordinate conjunctions, additional conjunctions, an if-then sentence, parenthesis, that's when we use brackets, dashes and commas, and to maybe include some of our Year 5-6 words from our word list, as I know that's also your focus for your spelling this week. So here's the Year 5-6 word list for you to have a look at. Which words do you think you could include from this list? Perhaps you could pause the video now and have a look at it. Write a list of the words that you would like to include. Here are some that Miss Evans and I wrote together. We thought that we could include the words recognise, leisurely, recommend, especially, temperature, marvellous, language and variety. You'll notice that leisurely isn't actually on the Year 5-6 word list, but the word leisure is. So we've changed it slightly. That's absolutely fine to do that, Year 5. That works better for your letter. Okay, so what could we write about in our letter to our new teacher? What would you like to tell them about yourself? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, how'd you get on? It's a little bit tricky, isn't it? I know if I was having to write a letter all about myself, I would think, oh, what would I include? What sorts of things would I put in it? Let's see what ideas I come up with, and they might be similar to yours. So I thought that you could write about who you are as a person. That might include your favourite colour. So for example, my favourite colour is blue. You might want to include that in your letter. Who your family is. So maybe I've got a brother and my mum's got a dog and that sort of thing. So it might be any pets or family members that you have at home. And what are your hobbies? What do you like doing? What are you going to be doing the summer holidays perhaps? What was your favourite topic or subject from year 5 and why was that your favourite? So my favourite topic from year 5 was when we did floodlands, and that was because I was so proud of how much money we raised for the food banks. And perhaps what are you looking forward to in year 6? Is it your new topic of ancient Greece perhaps? Have a think about that. These are all things that we could write in our main body, so it's good to write some notes now about all these different things. You might have got similar things to me, you might have different, so hope this will give you some inspiration as what you can include in your letter. So Miss Evans is now going to have a go at writing her letter, but it's going to be to year 5 instead, and she's going to see if she can include all these steps of success. Over to you, Miss Evans.
Hi year 5, thanks Miss Taylorson. Now we're ready to start writing our informal letter. So our learning objective is to write an informal letter. Now, you all know what informal means as you just looked at it with Miss Taylorson. So we're writing an informal letter. We know it's going to be to our year 6 teacher. How exciting. So I'm going to have a go at following the steps to success, which are down here, but I will show you later. So you've looked at your steps to success with Miss Taylorson. I'm going to have a go, but this time, because I'm not a child and I'm not starting year 6, I am moving on to have a new class. So I'm going to start writing to them. Now, I know that the first thing to do was put the date. So I'm going to write the date. 20. And I'm going to start with an appropriate informal greeting. So I'm going to say, hi year 5. Hi year 5. Comma. Okay, you're writing to your new teacher. I'm writing to my new class. Hi year 5. And I'm going to choose a different colour pen. Now, the next thing I need to do is kind of introduce. It needs to be an introduction. So I'm going to start with in September. So I've got fronted adverbial there. So in September, comma, so fronted adverbial. In September, I am really looking forward to now, what I'm looking forward to will be different to what you're looking forward to. So I'm looking forward to meeting you all. And introducing myself properly. Introducing myself properly. So I'm going to read it back. Hi year 5. In September, I'm really looking forward to meeting you all and introducing myself properly. So that is my introduction. Now what I'm going to start with is a little bit of information about me. So I know that some of the children who in my new class have been in my enrichment. So I'm going to start with some of you may already recognise a year 5-6 word. Some of you may already recognise my name. And instead of saying full stop, my name is, I'm going to write some of you already recognise my name. It is Miss Evans. Okay? It's the start of information about me. So some of you may already recognise my name. It is Miss Evans. I have now, in 5E you will know that I love my dog. And that's the most important thing that I would like to write about at this moment in time. So I'm going to write, I have a sausage dog, because I'd like my new class to know this. So I have a sausage dog. And we know what he's called. I have a sausage dog named Billy. So what I'm doing now is I'm giving him a bit of information about my home life, but also my family. Okay? I have a sausage dog named Billy, capital letter for a name, full stop. That's information so far. So I have a sausage dog named Billy, but I also have a younger sister and a younger brother. So I'm going to think about my additional conjunctions. So what could I say? Well, I could start with I have a younger sister, first of all. I have a younger sister, comma, who, relative clause, is called Lauren. Remember, capital letters for names. Who is called Lauren. Full stop. Now, I'm going to flip my page now. Who is called Lauren. Now, because I have a brother, I'm going to start my sentence with, in addition to this. So, in addition to this, comma, in addition to this, I have a younger brother called Lewis. Again, capital letter for his name. So capital L, Lewis. And I'm going to stop there. That's my paragraph about my information, a little bit about my dog, and a little bit about my family. Now I'm going to think about what I do, what my hobbies are, and what I like to do throughout the school holidays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new paragraph, and I'm going to start it with the French adverbial throughout. So throughout. Now I could say summer holidays, but I'm going to write the school holidays. Throughout the school holidays, throughout the school holidays, comma, throughout the school holidays, I enjoy exploring. So read it back to yourself. Throughout the school holidays, I enjoy exploring new locations. Now I'm going to add the Year 5/6 word in here. Especially those with hot temperatures. Temperatures is another Year 5/6 word, so I'm really trying to include those in my letter. I'm going to put an exclamation mark. So, throughout the school holidays, I enjoy exploring new locations, especially those with hot temperatures. Now, there's something else I'd like to add, so I'm going to add also, additional conjunction. Also, comma, I love going on leisurely walks. Now, leisure is a Year 5/6 word, so I'm just experimenting with the root word. So, leisurely walks. And that's that paragraph. So think about, what has Miss Evans included in this paragraph? Well, I've included what I do, what my hobbies are, what I do during the school holidays. Okay? Now I'm going to move on to my next paragraph. This paragraph is going to be about the variety of Year 5 subjects and my favourite one. So I'm going to start my paragraph here with if, the word if. So if I had to choose from the variety. Variety is Year 5/6 word, so I'm really on a roll with this. If I had to choose from the variety of Year 5 subjects, comma, my favourite, I wonder if 5E can guess this, my favourite would be writing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to include parenthesis, brackets to add more information. So it would be writing, and I'm going to put as, so pretend I'm whispering it, as I enjoy being creative. So as I enjoy being creative with language. Can you spot another year 5, 6 word? So read that paragraph back. If I had to choose from a variety of year 5 subjects, my favourite would be writing, as I enjoy being creative with language. So that's one of my paragraphs. Now is the conclusion. I've written about me, my family, my pets. I've written about my hobbies. I've written about my favourite subjects. Now is to conclude my letter. So, remember it's an informal letter, so it can be really quite chatty. So what I'm going to do is anyway, it's almost as if I was having a conversation. Anyway, I can't wait. What else could I put? I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you in the new term. So anyway, I can't wait to meet you in the new term. Full stop. I know, because it's going to be a complimentary. You want to make this person feel happy and excited. Remember, lots of people are feeling nervous. So you want to make them feel happy and excited. So I know that you will be marvellous, another year 5, 6 word. Make sure you're spelling those correctly. A marvellous additions to year 5. Okay, now I'm going to close it with a friendly closing statement. So what I'm going to do is say, see you soon, see you soon, comma, and then I'm going to put on the next line, my name, Miss Evans. Okay, obviously your writing, your letter will be slightly different to mine because I'm writing as a teacher and you're writing as a year 5 child going up to year 6. Okay?
Wow, brilliant letter, Miss Evans. Year 5, could you do me a favour though? Could you go back through Miss Evans' letter and just make sure that she's included all the steps of success for me? Has she got the date, an appropriate informal greeting? Has she included an introduction? Did the main body of her letter tell us all about her? Has she included a conclusion? Was there a complimentary close at the end like, have a nice summer holidays or see you soon? And did she put her name right at the bottom? See if you can check for me. Now it's your turn, year 5. Can you write an informal letter including all the features we mentioned in our steps of success? You can go back to different points in this video and pause them where you need to remind yourself. Remember to include all different information about yourself, thinking about what you like to do, what your favourite topic was in year 5, what you're looking forward to the most in year 6. Really impress your new class teacher. Chili 2, can you apply your knowledge of different sentence types and use these in your letter? We spoke about some of those earlier too. We thought about using things like parenthesis or subordinate conjunctions and fronted adverbials in your writing. And Chili 3, can you edit and improve your letter? Could you achieve POPs perhaps? That means a paragraph of perfect spelling. And have you got all of your punctuation? Can we just take this opportunity to say how proud we are and how hard you have worked? We can't wait to read your finished letters. So when you finish them, please send them to the Year 5 email address and we'll make sure they're passed on to your new class teacher for September. Have a lovely summer, Year 5, and take care. Bye!